Hello, students. Good morning. How are you all? Hope you all are fine and safe, children. Now, let us enter into our subject science. In the last class, we were learning about diseases and its types, children. Can you remember? Let us have a short recap and continue the lesson, children. What is a disease, children? A disease is an illness of the body. Okay, an unhealthy thing happening to our body and mind is called a disease. In other words, we can explain disease as an abnormal condition of a part or organ or any system of our body that results in various signs and symptoms, children. In short, we can define disease as an unhealthy thing happening to our body or mind. Okay, children. Next, to see, children, symptoms of a disease. So when we are unwell, that is, our body shows some external signs that something happens wrong. That signs could be as headache or stomach pain or runny nose or fever or cough, no. So like this, so on. All these signs are called symptoms. Okay, children. So what do you mean by symptoms, children? The external signs shown by our body during illness. Okay. So this method of identifying a disease from its signs and symptoms is called diagnosis. See, when we fall sick, we go to a doctor. Okay, children. The doctor identifies what disease we have through the signs and symptoms and give us medicine. Then after few days, we get recovered from that disease. Yes, no, children? Next, let us move on to the types of diseases, children, that spread from one person to another through that germs. Okay, what are all the types, children? First, airborne disease. Okay, how do this airborne disease are caused, children? So diseases that spread through air are called airborne diseases. Okay, that is, germs from unhealthy people spread through the air through their cough or sneeze to other persons. Through this way, airborne diseases spread from one person to another. Some of the examples of airborne diseases are common cold, measles, etc. children. Common cold, you know. What do you mean by measles, children? Measles is a common infectious disease among children, okay, in which your body feels very hot and your skin will become covered with small red spots, children. That is called measles, okay. Next, the diseases that spread through water are called waterborne diseases, children. So, some of the examples are typhoid, cholera, and so on, children. So, typhoid all spreads mainly through contaminated water, children. Some diseases spread through touch, children. See, germs from diseased people may stick to things they touch, children, and unknowingly, when we also touch the same thing, we will get affected. Okay, so at most probably during this COVID situation, you must wash your hands at regular intervals. You all know very well. Yes, no, children. So at regular intervals, wash your hands and be hygienic, children. Next, some diseases spread through insects, children, such as mosquitoes and houseflies. So, what are all the diseases caused through this? Means malaria, dengue, and chikungunya. Okay. Next, we can see about the diseases that are not caused by germs, children. These diseases do not spread from one person to another, children. Example like allergies, heart problems. These diseases are caused due to lack of nutrients like vitamins, minerals and proteins, children. If our body does not get all these nutrients through food, we become ill. Okay. So see the given table, children. Due to lack of vitamin A, the disease caused is night blindness. Next, due to lack of vitamin C, the disease caused is scurvy. Next, vitamin B, the disease caused is beriberi and pellagra. Due to lack of iron, the disease caused is anemia. We become anemic. And due to lack of iodine, the disease caused is goiter. Okay, children. See, sometimes our internal organ systems also do not work properly due to some reasons, children. So, this also can cause diseases like liver disease and heart failure. Next, see, harmful substances in the food we intake or the water we drink or the air we inhale cause some allergies. Next, when we are exposed to extreme hot or cold weather conditions, children, some diseases or allergies are caused like heat stroke and frost bites. Some diseases are passed on to children from their parents at the time of birth also, children. Example, hemophilia. Hemophilia means whenever we get a cut, no, children, the blood oozes out, no. That blood will stop within few minutes. Okay, so hemophilia disease, when a person has that, clotting will not be proper, it will take much time. Next, let us move on to prevention of diseases that spread, children. So first, how can we prevent this airborne disease, children? Airborne means diseases that spread through air. So first, you must use a handkerchief while sneezing or coughing. You must use separate. Okay. Next, you must wear a mask whenever you go out in crowded places. Next, you must do not spit outside anywhere, children. You must keep your doors and windows and the house open during morning and evening. So for what we are telling means, this allows the sunlight to come in, because sunlight is a natural disinfectant. It naturally kills the disease causing germs. Next, vaccination is the preventive medicine, children. We can by these ways we can protect ourselves from many airborne diseases like tuberculosis and measles, children. Measles, as you all know, our skin will be covered with small red spots. What do you mean by tuberculosis, children? It is a disease that affects the lungs. Okay, in short, we can tell it as TB. Next, let us move on to prevention of waterborne diseases, children. So we should avoid having cold water or ice cream from the roadside shops, children. We must drink only clean water and boiled. Okay, so we can boil the water for 15 to 20 minutes. Like this, if we boil, it will kill most of the germs. Next, for this also, vaccination protect us from waterborne diseases like polio, typhoid and hepatitis. Okay, hepatitis means a disease of liver. Next, to prevent diseases that spread to touch, we must wash our hands with soap and water before and after eating, children. And now at this situation, at most intervals, we must wash your hands regularly by using any soap. Okay, children? Kindly be safe and hygienic, children. Next, to prevent diseases that spread by insects like mosquitoes, houseflies, we can use mosquito nets like this, children. Next, the diseases that spread through mosquitoes are malaria, dengue and so on, children. The diseases that spread through houseflies are typhoid, cholera and many more. Next, how can we prevent the diseases that do not spread by germs, children? That is the diseases caused due to lack of nutrients. We learned, no? By eating healthy food, that is balanced diet. And also through exercise. Okay, children? Next, we can learn a new term, epidemics, children. What do you mean by epidemics? It is a disease that affects a large number of people at the same time in a certain area, like malaria, dengue fever, Zika virus, Ebola, and so on, children. These are all some of the examples of epidemics, children. Next, see pandemic, children. This is for your reference only, children. See, pandemic means it is an outbreak of disease that has spread across several countries or continents, children. That is a widespread disease over a whole country or the world. For this, the suitable example at this situation now is coronavirus only, children. And that's all for today's class, children. I hope you all understood about diseases, its types, and how to prevent it, and the new terms epidemics and pandemic. All of you kindly take your science workbook part 1, children.